Welcome to Everyday Tarot, your daily dive into the divine wisdom of the tarot. I'm your host, Camille A. Saunders, healer, tarot enthusiast, and professional witch, and today I'm talking about tarot and aquamarine. Whether you're a seasoned tarot reader or just starting to explore, this podcast offers daily insights, intuitive messages, and practical advice drawn from the cards. Each episode is designed to help you connect with your inner wisdom, find clarity in your decisions, and tap into the energy of the universe. Tune in every day, Monday through Friday, for fresh perspectives and empowering guidance from the tarot as interpreted by me. If you love the show, the best way to support it for free is by listening daily, leaving a review, and subscribing or following in your favorite podcast app. If you want to support me and the podcast further, you can join my Tarot for Transformation live course that's starting soon. We'll be deep diving 12 of the major arcana cards all together as we embody archetypes, learn how to transform ourselves through the tarot. If you're interested in crafting your own tarot cards, maybe you find your creativity coming back to you as we head into the cooler, darker months of the year, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, you can go ahead and get my full workshop, including the hour-long recording with my step-by-step method, examples of the tarot cards I've created, journaling questions, and PDF to walk you all through crafting your own tarot cards for just $33. The link is in the show notes to grab that now. I've updated my Patreon benefits to be bigger and better than ever, so if you want an individual card pulled for you once a month live on the podcast, join the Everyday Tarot Patreon family at the Lovers level. If you'd like to support the podcast even further, you can get a one-time individual 5-card reading in addition to all the other benefits if you join the Witchbit level on the Patreon. All right, I recently did the New Moon in Libra Collective Tarot reading. I will have the replay posted in the show notes. It's about an hour long for the new moon in Libra that just happened last week right at the end of September, doing a collective tarot reading, and those are video as well. If you're local, you can check out my Let's Talk Tarot meetup group. Come chat with other tarot enthusiasts, bring your favorite decks, and play with tarot and oracle decks all together. And if you're interested in celebrating the full moon, I'll be holding the full moon women's circles for the rest of 2025. Join my colleague Izzy and I under the glow of the full moon for an evening of connection, reflection, and ritual. We'll be meeting at Thresholds Collective in Tacoma the first Sunday of the month to welcome in the full moon together. So we have one coming up this weekend on October 5th, this Sunday from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And our next two after that are November 2nd and December 7th. Those are all posted already on Eventbrite, so you can sign up for one or all of those as you want. If you're interested in my free PDF with the 2025 5-card tarot spread I created just for you, my lovely listeners, at the beginning of this year, you can get that by joining my newsletter list. My weekly newsletter always has the most up-to-date info on upcoming events, presentations, musings, and more. And if you don't already know, I'm a sex and relationships therapist and coach, seeing clients virtually all over from my home office. I love working with queer, poly, and witchy clients. So if you'd like to work with someone that doesn't judge you, is witchy just like you, and helps you learn how to deal with anxiety, chronic pain or illness, communication issues, self-advocacy, and sex, head to my website and book a free consultation now to start your journey. You can find the links for any of these offers in the show notes or on my website, CamilleASaunders.com/everydaytarot, in addition to the images of the cards I pull on each episode. All right, so welcome to season 15, where I'm talking all about tarot and crystals. If you haven't listened to my other seasons yet, you can check those out. And like I said, we're talking about tarot and crystals, so today we're talking about aquamarine. I'll go through myth, magic, and meaning affiliated with this stone, and then I'll talk a bit of tarot affiliation, and I will pull a card at the end to see what message aquamarine has for us. So I will be referencing the book Stones of the Goddess, 104 Crystals for the Divine Feminine by Nicholas Pearson. So aquamarine, its magical uses are purification, courage, communication, clairvoyance, protection, peace, illumination, stress relief, and healing. It's associated with the element of water and the astrological signatures of the moon, Neptune, Venus, Pisces, and Taurus. The goddess archetypes are ocean goddess and great mother, and formation process is igneous. Aquamarine belongs to the beryl family, a mineral species composed of beryllium aluminum silicate. Aquamarine occurs when beryl has traces of iron, and its color ranges goes from blue to green. In fact, this gemstone is named for its color, which evokes images of seawater. It always makes me think of like mermaids. Aquamarine is found worldwide, including Brazil, China, Kenya, Mozambique, Myanmar, Namibia, Russia, the US, Vietnam, and Zambia. Among the beryl family, aquamarine is perhaps the most popular and widely available. It's been used since at least 2000 BCE, with the earliest aquamarine artifacts found in Egypt. This gemstone is a popular stone for imparting courage, inviting serenity, and initiating the purification. It is once considered to be among the best gemstones for improving your psychic abilities. All beryls, including aquamarine, have long been associated with magic and witchcraft, and there have been the favorite medium for crystal balls for centuries. Scott Cunningham writes that aquamarine reduces the conscious mind's hold on the psychic mind and allows the ever-present psychic impulses to be heard and to enter our consciousness. Aquamarine is deeply connected to the energies of the ocean. Fishermen and sailors once carried this gem to ensure safe passage at sea. Its clarity and color represent the ocean, and it can be used to connect to the goddess of the ocean and water in general, such as Yamaya, Saraswati, Azili, or Azuli, Tefnut, Amphitrite, Thalassa, Tiamat, Oshan, and Salacia. Aquamarine can be worn or carried to attune the element of water and connect to the energies of the ocean mother. Use it to petition the goddess for their help in a ritual, or meditate on it to dive into their mysteries. In meditation, aquamarine can take us into the depths of the soul, as if plunging deep into the sea to find sunken treasure. Once there, it helps sweep away what is hidden in order to bring light to our innermost struggles. Aquamarine is prized for its purification properties. Its overall effect is one of release and is a helpful tool for bringing movement and clarity to stuck situations. It can also facilitate emotional release, as well as promote healthy elimination in the physical body. Drinking water infused with aquamarine is especially helpful. Especially helpful for detoxifying on the physical, emotional, and spiritual levels. As you work with this gemstone, its energy begins to penetrate more deeply. Where once you may have experienced stagnation, there will instead be light, as aquamarine also possesses illuminating properties. It is like stirring muddy waters in a stream. At first, things may come more turbid, but the murkiness eventually flows away, leaving clean water in its wake. In a similar fashion, aquamarine brings clarity and illumination through its mechanism of release. As you let go of stagnant patterns, there is room for peace, courage, and connection to the Divine Mother. Aquamarine nourishes you with her blessings while encouraging you to let go of your pain and struggles. In Kabbalistic lore, aquamarine is associated with the serif knot Bina, meaning understanding. Bina is credited with exhibiting a feminine energy. It is sometimes equated with the Shakti, the creative force of the divine feminine. Aquamarine can help you tap into the raw creative fuel of the universe and use it for magic, manifestation, and healing. The crystalline structure of aquamarine, which reveals a pattern similar to the flower of life. So the flower of life is a figure composed of overlapping circles. In sacred geometry, it is used to express the first act of creation and the original information system of the universe. Interesting. Okay, so it's similar to the pattern of the flower of life, which points to the same symbolism. Aquamarine allows you to reach beyond the experience of individualization and incarnation in order to tap into the work of the Divine Mother. By attaining the spiritual perspective that this confers, aquamarine in turn endows you with physical talents such as clairvoyance or prophetic dreams. Aquamarine lends itself to a variety of magical uses, including purification, enhancing intuition, healing, and protection. It can be made into a gemstone elixir by putting it in water overnight, preferably under the light of the full moon. Afterward, add a pinch of sea salt to preserve the energy of the liquid. Aquamarine elixir can be sprayed to clear the energy of a room or ritual space, anointed on the body, or added to the bath to purify yourself before ritual or spellcraft. And a few drops can be placed placed under your tongue or in your drinking water for more physically focused clearing. Try using it to cleanse other crystals as well. For enhancing your psychic abilities, wear or carry a programmed aquamarine. You can also meditate with one against your brow or sleep with aquamarine under your pillow. Clear specimens, whether natural or polished, make excellent tools for scrying. Aquamarine has been used for healing the eyes, digestive tract, and jaws for centuries. Its purifying influence is also helpful for the skin and respiratory system. It can be carried, worn, taken as an elixir, or placed on the body wherever it is needed. All right, so when I think about tarot affiliation, I actually think of like the star card, because you have that sort of like pouring of water. And yeah, there's something about that feels similar to me. I think you could certainly have the Empress, since it is associated with Venus as well. And kind of like the Divine Mother or Great Mother, since it has that elemental signature of water, right? And we have like the Moon, Neptune, Pisces, Taurus. I would think, yeah, that maybe like the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Pentacles. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's like more Pisces related. Yeah, maybe even the Two of Cups, where you kind of like, it often shows like pouring, I think, water from one into another. Again, we just have a lot of water themes here. Yeah, what else comes to mind? I feel like I had another one that was there. But yeah, I just sort of think of like the ocean, mermaids, sort of this like clairvoyance and seeing things clearly. Again, like it talked about, it's kind of like if you were to like stir up a stream, where at first it would be kind of like cloudy, and then as everything settled again, you would be able to see more clearly. Yeah, so I think that's all for those. So let's dive in and see what the cards have to say today. I'm going to be pulling from the Herb Crafters Tarot to see what message the Aquamarine has for us. All right, so yeah, I'm pulling from the Herb Crafters Tarot, written by Letitia Guthrie and artwork by Joanna Powell Colbert. This is a plant deck. There's something that feels right about that with this stone. I don't think I have any aquamarine crystals necessarily. I might have an aquamarine, I guess, crystal on a necklace. Okay, well, I had a card fly out. Oh, and it's the Empress. Okay, so we're getting confirmed of her representation there in the tarot. And so on here, the plant associated with it is rose. And we have a lot of hearts. We have like rose petals and a bee comb, but let's see what this card says. Be vulnerable yet strong, nurture love and compassion, see beauty and abundance in every stage of life. A honey-colored work table is covered in wild roses. Fall leaves are arranged in a crown. The seeds of fat, juicy rose hips spill out next to a pink heart-shaped petals. Buds and flowers lie on the honeycomb. Red chilies form a triskel pointing to the flaming heart. A stone bead of the woman of Willendorf, a representation of the Great Mother, is strung onto a rosary. Healing the heart heals the world. Learn to be vulnerable yet strong like the delicate petals of the rose protected by thorns. Roses uplift the spirit and inspire love. Embody sensuality in bold, vibrant ways. Let creativity and abundance flourish around and within you. Wild roses are prolific, creating food, medicine, and shelter for all those who encounter them. And as parts of the rose contain medicine, all parts of the rose contain medicine. At every stage of your life finds passionate expression. Create, make, love, play. It is a fertile, generative time. Well, what a lovely message from Aquamarine. So if you want to craft with the Empress, you can arrange rose thorns and petals together on your altar to cultivate strength and vulnerability. You could create a rosary out of rosebuds, rose hips, or dried rose petal beads for love and compassion. And you can celebrate the many stages of life by learning the remedies for each season of the rose. So rosebuds for childhood, full blooms for midlife, and hips for elderhood. All right, well, Thanks for joining me today. If you'd like to join me on the journey of using the tarot for transformation, you can click on the link in the show notes to get more info. We'll be working together through 12 archetypes to do some calls and journaling to discover what happens when we want to transform our lives through the tarot. Links for the tarot decks will always be in the show notes and on my website if you'd like to look at them or purchase them. And thanks for joining me today on Everyday Tarot. Just as a reminder, the podcast comes out daily, Monday through Friday for all of 2025. You can email me, me@CamilleASaunders.com with your thoughts, questions, and more. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.